a sensation
at the World's Fair in April of 1964.
and in fact created a whole new segment of the market, the pony car.
And when we came out with the Mustang, it was really a whole new world that we were playing in.
Mustang.
There's nothing quite like it.
Mustang.
Young, old, everybody wanted one.
Hello, I'm John.
And I'm Sana.
As you've just seen, the Mustang has a heritage that's unrivaled among contemporary automobiles.
It would be hard to imagine a car that elicits more passion and emotion than those classic Mustangs.
Until today, that is, because today we're going to talk about the new 1994 Mustang.
So stay tuned as we celebrate the latest and greatest addition to the Ford lineup, the 1994 Mustang.
The Mustang means a lot of things to a lot of people, and we're going to hear from many of them today. Like the members of the team that developed the new Mustang.
And IndyCar driver Lynn St. James. She has extensive experience driving and competing in Mustangs in the Trans Am series, and she put the Mustang through its paces at a Michigan racetrack.
We'll also see a group of sales consultants who joined Lynn at the track for an early look at the car. You'll see more of them and hear their impressions of the new Mustang in the competitive comparison video 1994 Mustang versus Camaro.
There's a lot to be learned about this hot new car, so we're going to separate our product review into 5 segments. The market, design, structure, and safety, interior comfort and convenience, ride, handling, and performance, and customer satisfaction and sales standards.
But before we dive in too deep, let's take a quick look at the cars we'll be talking about. Here on my right is the new Mustang for '94. Notice the LX nomenclature has been dropped. It's now called Mustang, and it's available as both a coupe and a convertible. It has a new standard power plant, a 3.8-liter V6 engine that offers outstanding performance and drivability, plus excellent efficiency. And here on my left is the Mustang GT, still the car of choice for your performance-oriented customers. The GT has V8 power and is available as both a coupe and a convertible. We'll see a lot more of both of these cars later, but now that you know how the models are configured, let's look at the market the 1994 Mustang will compete in.
Our new customer is our old customer. We want to keep the current Mustang buyer that we have.
The Mustang competes in the small specialty segment. It's a market niche created by the Mustang and dominated for years by competition between the Mustang, the Camaro, and Firebird. The Dodge Daytona is a minor player in this market segment as well. Through June of the '93 model year, these domestic small specialty cars accounted for almost 23% of the market segment sales. As you can see, Mustang leads the pack with almost 14%, followed by Camaro at just over 5%, Firebird at about 2%, and Dodge Daytona at about 1.5%. You can expect owners of all these cars to shop the new Mustang, as well as owners of other less traditional small specialty cars, including the often front-wheel drive imports. In short, Ford expects the '94 Mustang to have a broad appeal.
You know, we keep talking about the Mustang is geared and designed and aimed toward youth, and that's very true. But there are a ton of people out there who might not be classified as youths who are driving around in Mustangs today because it's, again, it crosses all the lines.
The new Mustang, we're targeting buyers, the core buyers would be a age 20 to 40 age group. And it would probably be, the entry-level car would appeal to men and women equally, about a 50-50 mix. On the GT, we're targeting a slightly older buyer with a little more income and a little heavier male mix, about 60-40 in favor of a male.
We will probably sell about 30% of our Mustangs as convertibles. Certainly we're going to feature it heavily because it really does capture the spirit of the car, probably the best of any model.
There are a few safe generalizations you can make about small specialty buyers. They want a fun car, it has to have style and personality, and of course it has to perform well.
That gives you some hints about what's important to buyers. For instance, research shows that Mustang customers want a smooth-running engine. These buyers can quote specs with the best of them, so it's important that you know a lot about Mustang's power plants and that you're able to communicate this information accurately.
Mustang customers also rank fun to drive as being important. That means you've got to be able to communicate Mustang's chassis and performance features and demonstrate them during your customer's test drive.
And all buyers in this segment say quality is important, so you'll want to be able to talk about how well the Mustang is made.
Of course, Mustang and Mustang GT will attract slightly different customers. You can expect the 3.8-liter Mustang to offer the best opportunity for conquest sales, while the GT will continue to hold its performance car appeal.
Overall, the 94 Mustangs are expected to bring in more female, upscale, and young import-oriented buyers than past Mustangs.
So now let's narrow our focus to the car itself, beginning with design, structure, and safety.
I was in high school late in 1964. I guess I was like a lot of other people. You know, it was that emotion, that passion. You kind of fell in love with the car the first time you saw it. I mean, got in it and sat in the driver's seat. Wasn't old enough to drive it at the time, but yet really just fell in love with the car.
A car's looks are a big motivator for small specialty buyers. The Mustang designers faced the challenge of creating a look that was fresh and new, while retaining Mustang's unique style. That style was to include such classic features as the pony and the grille, functional scoops along the body sides, and 3-element taillights. Early market research with fiberglass models told designers that Mustang buyers were looking for real American iron, not a generic or Euro-Japanese design.
And American iron is what Mustang buyers will get. The 94 Mustang delivers a look that is contemporary and new, but unmistakably Mustang. Well, check out the grille opening. Looks familiar, doesn't it? It's very close to the original running Mustang pony. Mustang's sporty, flowing design looks fast even when it's standing still. That effect comes from careful attention to design detail. For instance, the coupe's B-pillar is a structural element used to stiffen the car's midsection, but it's been painted flat black, so when the windows are raised, it's hidden by the glass. This gives a sense of greater body length and sleekness. To add to the car's aggressive look, the Mustang's wheel openings will accept a 17-inch wheel. You can tell the Mustang and Mustang GT apart by their different rear bumper fascias. And the GT has fog lamps and a trunk-mounted spoiler.
The new Mustang is the result of 3 years of careful planning by a dedicated team of professionals. Team Mustang included representatives from planning, design, engineering, finance, and manufacturing. The team was co-located, which means they were housed together under one roof. This represented a new way of doing business. Co-location allowed everyone to work together early in the process to get things right from the start. The benefits of co-location include a shorter development time, better cost control, and designs that can be manufactured efficiently. The new Mustang is the first Ford built entirely using an assembly process engineers call no-adjust car build.
The essence of no-adjust car build is this, that you build it like you build it with key points that lock together, just like you were building Lego blocks, if you will. Okay, and there's a master control hole for this part, and that master control hole lines up with another master control hole on the adjacent part. Okay, so that it basically pins them together. Okay, so that they have a given, known, established relationship consistently.
The customer perceives true craftsmanship. The fit and finish of the car is far superior than what we have seen in the past on the current Mustang. All your flow-through items are very precise. There isn't the uncoordinated look. So he perceives a well-built, quality vehicle.
For 94, the Mustang convertibles are designed as dedicated models. This enhances the car's quality and structural integrity and allows them to be built on the same line as the coupe.
So the entire convertible process was designed so that all you would have to do is take the top and simply mount it onto the side of the vehicle, and all the other parameters like the latch mechanism that goes to the header on the windshield would latch automatically without any adjustments or anything like that. The no adjustment car build allowed us to do that.
All the body panels on the 94 Mustang are new, and the sheet metal is formed into a shape that's highly resistant to twisting and bending forces. A sturdy crossbar beneath the rear seat further strengthens the car and reduces noise, vibration, and harshness, what engineers call NVH. The GT also has a strut tower brace similar to those used on racing stock cars. It stiffens the front end and helps maintain the correct suspension geometry for more precise, predictable handling. Both the windshield and rear window are attached to the body shell with a urethane adhesive. This creates an exceptionally strong bond, so the glass acts like a reinforcing plate across these large body openings. This helps reduce twisting and NVH. When you're out on the road, you'll notice how much quieter the 94 Mustang is. This is partly due to a new 3-part acoustic insulation package that's standard on Mustang and Mustang GT Coupe as well as convertible models.
On the convertible, the windshield header contains a thick rubber molding with integral water channels. The convertible top fits down snugly over the header. This reduces the chance of leaks. The flush fit between the top and the header also reduces wind noise.
Safety has also been given careful consideration in the design and construction of the 94 Mustang. In the event of a collision, front and rear crush zones absorb some of the energy of the impact, helping reduce the risk of injury to occupants. The roof structure is also reinforced for more rigidity to help maintain vehicle integrity.
Of course, the most important safety feature is the safety belt. They help protect occupants in all types of accidents: frontal, side, angular, rear, and rollover. The Mustang offers manual lap shoulder safety belts in all outboard seating positions. Adding to the protection provided by the safety belts is the airbag supplemental restraint system. Airbags are effective in frontal or near frontal collisions, and they are standard for both the driver and front seat passenger. In addition, the Mustang's front seat head restraints and energy-absorbing steering column reduce the risk of injury in an impact. To help drivers avoid accidents, the Mustang has 4-wheel disc brakes for sure-footed stops. An anti-lock braking system is optional on both the Mustang and Mustang GT. ABS makes it easier for the driver to maintain steering control under hard braking. As you can see, safety has been given a lot of attention in the 94 Mustang. To summarize, its safety features include 3-point safety belts in outboard seating positions, dual front airbag supplemental restraint system, front seat head restraints, an energy-absorbing steering column, front and rear crush zones, reinforced roof structure, 4-wheel disc brakes, and an available anti-lock braking system.
Now it's time for a closer look at the Mustang's interior and the features that provide a whole new level of comfort and convenience for 94.
If you look at the interior styling, it's a flow-through contemporary cockpit type design, but it has a retro appearance that dates back to the 66, 65, 66 kind of time frame in Mustang interiors.
The combination of the double curve at the top of the instrument panel and the center console form dual cockpits. The effect is enhanced by the two-tone color scheme. On the driver's side, you'll find full analog instrumentation. In addition, warning lights alert the driver to problems and to the status of the car's operating systems. The Mustang team went far beyond gauges in designing a truly user-friendly interior.
We put soft feel paint on the door handles where you grab. When you pull the door closed and you reach in to grab the door handle or to pull it closed, you will feel this kind of a tactile feel that feels a little bit softer than a piece of plastic. We have 2 PowerPoint doors in the car, one for a cigarette lighter and another one for your telephone or whatever. We've got a retractable cup holder in the car, which our customer wants. It's in the armrest. We made sure that was very robust because we keep thinking about these kids coming from the back seat to the front seat and that thing being out.
One of the improvements in the 94 Mustang is the convertible top. It features the headliner added in the 93 model year to reduce road noise, and a rear defroster is now available for the glass rear window for improved visibility in bad weather. And once the sun comes out, it only takes a minute to lower the top. You just unlatch it and push the button. Notice when it's folded down, it's virtually flush with the top of the doors.
To finish the look, you get a molded boot that installs quickly over the folded top.
Another improvement for 94 is the standard tilt steering wheel. And if your customers choose the power door locks, they can add the optional remote keyless entry system. An anti-theft system is also available.
This is a rock and roll kind of car. And for 94, you can listen to your favorite tunes on a variety of sound systems that'll meet a wide range of tastes and budgets. The standard system is a 24-watt AM/FM stereo radio. Optional systems include a 24-watt AM/FM stereo radio cassette player or an 80-watt AM/FM electronic stereo radio cassette player. The top-of-the-line option is one of the premier systems in the auto industry. It's called the Mach 460, and that 460 stands for watts of peak power. It has 3 amplifiers and 8 speakers, and it delivers chest-thumping bass performance. Also available are a factory-installed compact disc player and a dealer-installed mini-disc player. The Mustang is the first car sold in America with an available mini-disc player. It can play more than an hour of digitally recorded music on a 2.5-inch laser disc.
That'll add even more fun to the car that wrote the book on Fun to Drive. And speaking of fun to drive, it's time to let this pony run.
We've reduced noise, vibration coming to the customer, but yet he has the feel of the road still that he has with the existing car. In other words, the Mustang is a driver's kind of a car.
The Mustang is a driver's car, so who better to put it through its paces than Ford consultant and IndyCar driver Lynn St. James.
Lynn drove both the Mustang and Mustang GT at a Michigan racetrack and evaluated the car's performance.
Well, as a race car driver, I have a very scrutinizing approach to driving a car. I probably demand more, and I think most race car drivers do, than the normal driver or driver who's not a race car driver. This is the base Mustang, which really is a nice package. For an entry-level vehicle, it really provides all of the adequate performance characteristics that you want to have. It's got good handling, it's got good power. The V6 is a really smooth power plant. I get off the accelerator there, and I didn't even hit the brakes, and the car stayed really, really nice and solid. Get on the brakes, even under a hard turning situation, and again, it takes all the weight transfers and then immediately gives me good power. I'm comfortable in the car, gives me good support, the seat provides good support, good feedback, got a dead pedal position for my left foot as I go through this long turn. My body is comfortable. Back straightaway here, nice response. Downshift, gear ratios are nice and smooth, solid, precise. For both upshifting and downshifting, it's not sloppy, it's in a good position. Here, if we want to do a panic stop, even though it doesn't have anti-lock brakes, the car really takes a nice solid weight transfer to the front, but it doesn't just dive down. It's really, really ideal compromise for ride, handling, performance, all the things you really want to feel without having to pay for the top of the line in every area.
That's a very positive report from a professional driver who knows a lot about cars and demands a lot from them too.
And that's the Mustang. Wait till you hear what Lynn has to say about the Mustang GT.
But first, a look at some of the enhancements that give the new Mustang its excellent performance.
The 1994 Mustang has a longer wheelbase and wider track than the previous model. This provides a better ride, more aggressive stance, and improved handling.
The front suspension is a modified McPherson strut design. It's been improved to provide better directional stability, weight distribution, and handling. The rear suspension consists of a 4-bar link with coil springs on the lower arms. The GT has 4 shocks in the rear. A new addition to the Mustang is a rear sway bar.
4-wheel disc brakes are now standard on all Mustang models and give improved braking performance. For greater driver control under hard braking, ABS is optional on both the Mustang and Mustang GT. Mustang's rack and pinion steering is power assisted, and the car's turning radius has been tightened by 2.5 feet compared to the '93 Mustang GT.
The Mustang's wheel and tire sizes have been increased from 14 to 15 inches. On the Mustang GT, 16-inch wheels with Z-rated tires are standard. For ultimate performance, 17-inch wheels with Z-rated tires are also available. Z-rated tires are capable of maintaining higher constant speeds.
But if there's one thing customers and focus groups are raving about, it's the V6 engine in the Mustang.
With the entry-level Mustang, the new V6 engine will give the car a totally different feel. Not only on the road, but also even standing still with the new tuned exhaust system that we have on the car. So it'll be a fun-to-drive attitude that you'll experience in the car with the added power and performance of the V6 and the base Mustang for '94.
The 145 horsepower 3.8-liter V6 engine is standard in the Mustang. Compared to last year's base car, it has 38% more horsepower and 59% more torque. That's a significant improvement in performance. Your customers will notice how well this car moves out, and it represents an excellent value you can demonstrate to Mustang shoppers who aren't looking for turbocharged performance.
The Mustang GT is still the performance car that driving enthusiasts love, with Ford's proven 5-liter V8 engine under the hood and a standard dual exhaust system. Horsepower is up this year to 215. New for '94 on both Mustang models is an automatic electronic overdrive transmission. It's controlled by the same microprocessor that controls the engine for smoother shifts and maximum efficiency. This 4-speed automatic has a push-button overdrive lockout feature for improved low-speed drivability. And for driving enthusiasts, both the Mustang and Mustang GT are available with 5-speed manual transmissions. Let's see how the whole Mustang GT package works as we lap the track with Lynn St. James.
We're now in the Mustang GT. I'm very impressed with the capability that the car has to manage the weight. When I'm under braking here, hard braking, the nose just doesn't dive forward. The car responds to adjustments. When you have to make a correction as you go into a corner, you want to tighten it up a little bit or loosen it up a little bit, you can make those minor steering corrections without upsetting the balance of the car. So it's perfect tuning of the shocks, springs, sway bar. The car is absolutely no bad manners, which is what you want. You want a car that you are totally in control, instills confidence, you know exactly what the car is going to do, and what it's telling you is exactly what the car is doing. Beautifully balanced, smooth, power comes on smooth. It's fun to drive, and that's what a sporty performance car should be, is a fun car to drive. It makes you want to smile, it makes you enjoy your driving experience.
Good feedback coming from the pro.
I think she liked it all right.
But as good as it is, the new Mustang won't sell itself. Customer satisfaction and sales standards play a strong role in the process. Let's see just how important that role is.
Well, I think there's no one more important than the sales consultant. Again, as we've talked, you've got to have the quality. We've got that. You've got to bend the metal right. We've got that. But if the consumer walks in and our salesperson isn't knowledgeable or isn't excited about the car, then that's going to transfer to the consumer.
Our customer is different than any other customer he deals with because they know the facts. They know about the engines, the horsepower, they know the wheelbase, they know everything. And a sales consultant or a sales associate in the field, he needs to understand the product because technically our customers will grill the salespeople.
but the sales consultants are going to be seeing some import buyers as well, who are used to maybe having a little more time spent with them, describing the car, talking about some of the product features, a little more low-keyed sales atmosphere.
And it's impossible to generalize about what customer needs are. They have to be tailored individually. So take time. When a customer comes in, you need to ask a couple key questions. What type of car are you interested in? How do you use it? What features are important to you? What is it that attracted you to the car? And then stop and listen and give them a chance to verbalize what their thoughts are.
With Mustang buyers tell us that one of the strongest attributes for Mustang is being fun to drive. And the only way you can experience that Mustang fun to drive attitude is to get behind the wheel of the car.
Mustang owners and competitive shoppers as well have been waiting to see the new Mustang, and you can't risk disappointing them with a less than stellar experience in the dealership.
Paying close attention to Ford Motor Company sales standards will help you meet customer expectations. These include letting customers know you're there to help them within 2 minutes of their arrival at the dealership, establishing an advisory relationship with customers by listening to them and identifying their needs and showing how the car will meet their needs, offering a test drive to all customers. This is especially important with the Mustang because it's the only way to demonstrate how much fun the car is to drive. Making sure the purchase experience is pleasant and non-pressured, with thorough explanations by you, sales management, and F&I personnel. Using the checklist to deliver the vehicle in perfect condition when it was promised. And contacting customers within a week of delivery to make sure they are completely satisfied.
That's very important. But before you're ready to deal with customers, you have some homework to do, starting with learning all you can about the new Mustang. Now, many of your customers will have read articles in the buff books and will know every spec and stat by heart, so that puts the pressure on you to know even more than they do.
You can also expect to see more women shopping the new Mustang. Like all Mustang buyers, they'll be interested in specs and performance statistics too. And they'll also be interested in Mustang's new comfort and convenience features, and safety and security.
You can also expect to see import buyers shopping Mustang. These people will need to be qualified carefully. In addition, they'll look for a low-keyed sales approach.
Like the sales standards say, no pressure. Of course, everyone from the young, first-time buyer to the seasoned Mustang owner will be interested in the excellent value Mustang represents.
And be sure to get your customers out on the road for a demo drive. Again, that's part of the Ford Motor Company's sales standards and the only way to show buyers how much fun Mustang is to drive. You have to get behind the wheel to really understand what Mustang's all about.
I'm ready for a demo drive right now. How about you?
Yeah, let's go.